Did you ever imagine that retirement could feel like a resort vacation every single day? Well, for many seniors across the USA, that dream is now a reality. But here's the twist. Not all senior living communities are the same. Some are completely reinventing what aging looks like. And today, I want to take you inside that transformation. Hello, dear friends. I'm Dr. Susan Hartley. If you're over 60, or if you care about someone who is, you're in the right place. Today, we're exploring a movement that's changing lives. Aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. Not anymore. Keep watching, because by the end of this video, you'll see retirement in a whole new light. The problem with traditional senior living. Let's be honest, traditional senior living often brings to mind sterile hallways, bland food, and loneliness. Too many facilities were designed for medical management, not joyful living. That's where the old model failed us. Seniors don't want to feel managed. They want to feel alive. One woman I met, her name is Elaine, told me she dreaded moving into a senior facility. She thought she'd be losing her independence. But what she found completely changed her life. The rise of lifestyle-based communities. Across the U.S., we're seeing a powerful shift. These new communities are focused on lifestyle, wellness, and connection. Imagine this: yoga classes in the morning, chef-prepared meals every day, movie nights under the stars, learning workshops, dancing, even pet therapy. Places like the Village at Gainesville in Florida or Mirasol in Colorado are offering exactly this. They're not just senior housing, they're vibrant hubs of activity. And yes, medical support is still available, but it's wrapped in dignity, choice, and freedom. Reinventing independence. What's truly inspiring is how these places honor independence. You don't have to give up your hobbies or your privacy. Instead, you gain options. You can cook in your apartment or eat at a gourmet cafe. You can garden, volunteer, or join a book club. It's not about doing less. It's about doing more of what you love. And guess what? Studies show seniors in these enriched environments stay healthier longer, both mentally and physically. Why? Because social connection is one of the greatest predictors of longevity. It's not one size fits all. There are many types of reinvented communities to consider. Independent living communities, perfect for active seniors who want freedom and ease. A continuing care retirement communities, CCRCs, offer multiple levels of care if your needs change. Co-housing or senior co-ops, designed for those who want to live with others in a shared community model. Luxury senior resorts. Yes, those exist too. Some even have spas and valet parking. One 74-year-old gentleman I spoke with said, "This feels more like a cruise ship than a retirement home, except I don't have to pack or leave." What to look for before you choose. If you're thinking about this for yourself or a loved one, here are key things to consider. Community vibe. Do people seem happy and connected? Activities? Is there variety? Do they align with your interests? Health services. Are they available but not overpowering? Costs. Always get clear on pricing, monthly fees, and care upgrades. Location. Is it near family or somewhere you've always dreamed of living? Visit in person if you can. Walk the halls, smell the air, taste the food. You'll know in your heart if it feels like home. Why this matters more than ever. Here's the truth. We're living longer, and those extra years deserve to be lived well. We're entering an era where aging doesn't mean decline, it means design. Designing a life full of joy, health, meaning, and connection. I believe deeply that our golden years should shine, and with the right environment, they absolutely can. Now let's talk about something that's truly transforming lives after 60 purpose-driven retirement communities. Forget the stereotypes of bingo halls and dull routines. These new spaces are built around meaning, giving seniors a chance to contribute, learn, and grow. Take, for instance, Encore, org-inspired models, where seniors mentor young entrepreneurs, teach in local schools, or volunteer in environmental projects, all organized by the community itself. The result? a sense of purpose that studies show can reduce the risk of depression by up to 30%. You see, the human brain craves meaning, even more than entertainment. That's why these communities are weaving in programs that stimulate the heart as much as the mind. Keep watching. The next part might surprise you. Because what if I told you that some senior communities are designed around college campuses? Yes, real, vibrant universities. Places like LaSalle Village in Massachusetts or Mirabella at ASU. Residents take courses, attend lectures, and even have access to libraries and fitness centers just like any student would. Imagine being 72 and finally learning Italian, or finishing that art history class you missed back in the day. These communities prove it's never too late to be curious. And that curiosity, my friend, is the secret sauce to longevity. Next, let's talk about blue zones thinking in senior housing. In places like Okinawa, Japan, or Sardinia, Italy, people live well into their 90s with full independence. Why? Because their environments encourage movement, socializing, healthy eating, and low stress. Some U.S. communities are applying this blue zone philosophy by designing walking-friendly layouts, serving Mediterranean-style meals, creating multi-generational gathering spaces, even including gardens where seniors can grow their own herbs. The data? These habits combined can reduce cognitive decline risk by nearly 50%. Let that sink in. 50%. Now, here's a subtle detail that makes a big difference: the architecture. New communities are ditching sterile hallways for warm, home-like designs. Think cozy nooks, natural lighting, earthy tones, open kitchens where you smell coffee brewing. Why? Because design impacts dignity. When your surroundings feel personal and beautiful, your self-worth rises, and so does your motivation to stay active and social. And speaking of staying social, let's not ignore the emotional backbone of these communities: friendship. A 74-year-old woman in Arizona recently shared how, after losing her spouse, she moved into a modern senior co-housing setup. "I thought I was done living," she said. "But here, I found a second family. They cook together, go on walks, share stories, and yes, argue about silly things too. But isn't that the beauty of community? The messy, real, human connections that remind us we still matter." And here's a beautiful twist: pets. Many reinvented retirement spaces are now pet-inclusive or even centered around animal therapy. Cats, dogs, birds, even mini horses visit weekly in some homes. Science backs this up. Regular interaction with pets can lower blood pressure and ease loneliness. One resident said, "It's not just the dog's tail that wags when he visits, it's my heart too." But let's not ignore affordability, a real concern for many seniors. Not every reinvention comes with a high price tag. Some nonprofits and state-funded programs are building affordable models with shared amenities, energy-efficient homes, and digital care access, helping seniors thrive without financial stress. The trick is knowing where to look and asking questions beyond just rent. Ask about community programming, health partnerships, and resident councils. And yes, digital care is a game changer. From on-site telehealth rooms to AI health monitors that alert staff if something's off, today's retirement communities are smarter than ever. And while some seniors were once hesitant, now they're embracing it. One man in Florida joked, "I FaceTime my doctor more than my daughter." Let's wrap up this part with a simple truth. The senior living of today isn't about waiting out the years. It's about reclaiming joy, building new memories, and rediscovering who you are, surrounded by people who cheer you on, not slow you down. And that, my friend, is retirement, reinvented. Now let's talk about the emotional side of it all, something that numbers and brochures can't show. Imagine waking up in a cozy apartment where your neighbors aren't just faces passing by. They're people you've played cards with, laughed with at last week's movie night, or shared stories with over a morning walk. That's not a dream anymore. That's the new reality in many reinvented senior living communities. In fact, many of these places have shifted focus from being care facilities to becoming full-blown lifestyle hubs. Think art studios, woodworking shops, libraries with weekly book clubs, indoor greenhouses where residents grow herbs together, even wine and paint evenings. One resident I spoke to, her name is Eleanor, 74, told me she never imagined she'd take up watercolor painting. But now, every Tuesday, she joins a group of fellow residents and paints landscapes from their travels. She said, "I feel more alive now than I did at 60. There's something powerful that happens when people feel they have purpose, that they still matter, that they still belong." And that brings us to one of the biggest reinventions in senior living: intergenerational connection. Some communities now partner with local schools and colleges. Students come in to volunteer, teach tech skills, or even live alongside seniors in special exchange programs. It's bridging a gap that often isolates older adults. Seniors share their wisdom, and young people bring in fresh energy. Both walk away feeling more fulfilled, and it's not just kids. Some places allow residents to adopt pets or foster animals. Imagine the healing power of having a dog to walk each morning, or a cat curled up beside you during an afternoon nap. Science backs it up too. Studies show that seniors in pet-friendly communities report lower stress, better heart health, and fewer episodes of loneliness. And speaking of health, these reinvented communities aren't ignoring the body while focusing on the mind. Many now include full wellness centers with daily fitness classes, from chair yoga to aqua aerobics. There are on-site physical therapists, nutritionists, and even mental health counselors for private support. Your health isn't treated like a checklist, it's a lifestyle. Let's not forget food either. We've come a long way from bland cafeteria meals. Today's senior communities hire real chefs. Some have open dining where residents can eat when they want, not on a strict schedule. Meals are crafted to taste good and support dietary needs: low sodium, diabetic friendly, heart healthy. One gentleman, Harold, age 79, told me, "I eat better here than I ever did cooking alone." But here's something even more revolutionary. Some communities offer travel clubs. Yes, organized trips. From wine tasting tours in Napa to scenic railroads through Colorado, assisted travel means that you can still explore the world, even with mobility concerns or medical needs. Isn't that incredible? Keep watching, because in the next part, we're going to dive into how affordability is changing and how more middle-income seniors are now able to access this reinvented way of living without breaking the bank. You won't want to miss it. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful aspects of modern senior communities: mental stimulation and lifelong learning. You see, staying mentally sharp after 60 isn't just about doing puzzles or reading the newspaper. It's about challenging the brain in new and exciting ways, and today's communities are doing just that. In places like Sunrise University Village in Colorado, residents attend weekly lectures by visiting professors. Topics range from history and science to creative writing and foreign languages. Some even offer courses in digital literacy, helping seniors learn how to use smartphones, email, social media, or even edit videos of their grandkids. Why is this so important? Because research has shown that continued learning in older age can actually slow down cognitive decline and reduce the risk of conditions like dementia. It boosts self-esteem, increases curiosity, and brings a deep sense of purpose. And the best part? It's never too late. One woman, 84-year-old Helen from Ohio, told her daughter, "I didn't finish college when I was younger, but now I'm finally getting to take that poetry class I dreamed of." It's these little wins that redefine what aging can feel like. Then there's intergenerational engagement, a big, beautiful trend you'll find in the most forward-thinking communities. In places like Bridge Meadows in Oregon, seniors live alongside foster families and volunteer with the children as part of a shared community model. It's not about doing a favor. It's about mutual benefit. The kids receive emotional support and mentoring, while the seniors feel needed, vibrant, and deeply connected. Science backs this up too. Studies have shown that older adults who regularly interact with younger generations report lower levels of depression and loneliness. Isn't that something? And if you're someone who worries about being left behind by technology, you'll be amazed. Many communities are now tech-forward, offering voice-assisted living, smart health monitoring, and even virtual reality travel experiences. Imagine being able to visit the Eiffel Tower, explore the Amazon rainforest, or walk through the streets of Tokyo, all from the safety and comfort of your residence. That's not science fiction. It's happening today in places like Atria's Innovation Labs. Residents are invited to explore new worlds, stimulate their imagination, and stay connected to the world outside. Because age should never be a reason to stop dreaming. Keep watching, because in the next section, we'll explore how modern senior living also prioritizes spiritual health, emotional well-being, and purpose, the core of what makes us truly feel alive. Let's now step into an area that's often overlooked, yet absolutely vital for seniors over 60, emotional well-being, spiritual connection, and having a sense of purpose. Because no matter how beautiful the rooms are, or how fancy the amenities, it's what we feel inside that truly defines quality of life. Modern retirement communities are beginning to understand this deeply. They're no longer just managing care, they're cultivating meaningful lives. For instance, at Pilgrim Place in California, residents aren't just living, they're leading. Many have retired from service-oriented careers and continue that mission through local activism, mentoring, and volunteering in nearby schools. One 72-year-old resident named David said, "I may have stepped away from the pulpit, but I haven't stepped away from purpose. Isn't that beautiful?" These communities now have full-time spiritual care coordinators, not necessarily tied to any one religion, but focused on the deeper questions. Why are we here? What gives me peace? Who am I becoming, even at this age? Residents are invited to meditation circles, guided journaling sessions, grief support groups, and even spiritual storytelling workshops. Because aging often brings with it loss of a spouse, a friend, or sometimes even identity. And a community that honors those transitions with compassion and wisdom can truly change someone's life. Another wonderful trend? Resident-led clubs and councils. Whether it's a gardening group, a veterans circle, or a women's leadership forum, seniors are taking ownership of their time, their choices, and their environment. They're not just recipients of care, they're co-creators of community. And what we see is that emotional health improves when people feel heard, when they feel valued. We know from research that seniors who have a role to play, even something as simple as organizing a book club or helping plan a potluck, report higher life satisfaction and lower levels of depression. One more powerful element is the focus on healing the soul. In some communities, seniors are encouraged to write letters to their younger selves or record life stories for their grandchildren. They participate in legacy workshops, art therapy, and even forgiveness circles, safe spaces where people talk about regrets and let go of past pain. One resident in her 80s said after a forgiveness group, "I never thought I'd be able to say it out loud, but now I've released something I carried for 40 years. This is what retirement should feel like. Not an ending, but a transformation. Not a slowdown, but a sacred shift, where every wrinkle holds a story, and every day offers a chance to grow, to give, and to glow." Coming up next, we'll explore how the best senior communities are designed not just for today's needs, but for what's coming tomorrow. Safety, adaptability, and the future of aging well. And now, let's explore something truly beautiful: the emotional and psychological transformation many seniors experience in these vibrant communities. There's a common belief that aging means fading away quietly. But the truth? In these reimagined senior communities, many older adults are rediscovering themselves. One 76-year-old resident, Marlene, told me this: "I never thought I'd try painting at this age. But every morning, I wake up excited to get to the art room. It's like meeting a new version of myself." And she's not alone. There are men who start woodworking at 70, women who take up yoga in their late 80s, couples who rekindle romance on group cruises organized by their communities. That spark of joy? That sense of having something to look forward to. It's often the greatest medicine of all. And yes, research backs this up. Studies show that when seniors live in socially engaging, purpose-filled environments, they experience lower levels of depression, better cognitive health, and even reduced risk of falls. Why? Because loneliness and isolation don't just affect the mind, they affect the body too. But when you're surrounded by warmth, purpose, and connection, everything changes. So, let's flip the narrative. Senior living isn't about giving up your independence. It's about reclaiming your joy. Maybe it's dancing again. Maybe it's laughter over breakfast. Maybe it's just having someone to walk with every evening. And isn't that what we all want at any age? So, if you've ever felt unsure about what retirement could look like, or maybe you're helping a parent or loved one navigate these choices, I hope this gave you a glimpse of what's truly possible. Retirement doesn't have to feel like an ending. In the right community, it can feel like a brand new beginning. And hey, if this video helped you see things a little differently, share it with someone you love, because the conversation we have today could be the inspiration someone needs tomorrow. I'm Dr. Susan Hartley, wishing you peace, joy, and purpose in every chapter of life. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one.